Look, working a 9 to 5 just doesn't cut it anymore. If you want to make it big, you have to start a business of your own, and life coaching is one of the most lucrative industries out there. Today, I'm going to be telling you all about how you can get into this space and start minting the big bucks, all while helping people become the best versions of themselves. But first, what is life coaching anyway? Have you ever felt like you don't know enough about life? Like, how are you supposed to manage money or deal with your emotions or build a healthy relationship? There's a bunch of other things to consider too, like how to get ahead in your career, for example. And you'd be surprised at just how many people struggle with all of this stuff. This creates an opportunity for skilled professionals to provide a valuable service and earn a solid living in the process. Now, if all of this has piqued your interest, you'd probably want to know how to get in on the action. It's a pretty straightforward process, so stay tuned while I break it down for you. Step 1 is to define your niche. Life coaching itself might sound like a super specific niche, but that's not quite the case. Like, if you want to become a doctor, you'll have to specialize in some area of medicine, right? The same goes for life coaching, and there are a bunch of options you can explore. For starters, there's career coaching. The 20s have been a pretty rough time as far as the job market is concerned, at least when you compare it to the 2010s. So a lot of people need help navigating their professional career nowadays. It starts with job search coaching, which is where you teach your clients how to make a resume and do well in interviews, and you can help customers with their career transitions as well. For example, if a lawyer wants to enter like politics, they might need a career coach to help them hit the ground running. Leadership and executive coaching are also big earners because they focus on the upper crust and the skills they'll need to get ahead in life. If that's not your bag, no worries. You should consider health and wellness coaching instead. This is kind of like being a fitness coach and a nutritionist at the same time, but it's also fairly different from those career paths. You see, a health and wellness coach focuses on mindset more than anything else. You'll provide clients with some guidance that can help them get on a straight and narrow. And stress management tends to be a big part of the equation here too. There really is no end to the options at your disposal. You can opt for relationship coaching and help struggling couples overcome their problems, or financial coaching where you'll teach people about the importance of budgeting and making smart investments. Whatever you choose, just remember that it's essential to specialize. Step number 2 is to get certified. Now that you've figured out what area of life coaching you'd like to get involved in, you need to get certified. Remember, no one's hiring you out of the goodness of their heart. They're looking for someone that can add value to their lives. And if you have paperwork that can prove your skills in that regard, you'll have a much easier time making money down the line. So what certification should you get? Well, it depends on your niche, really. If you're offering financial advice, you might want to get a diploma of some kind in economics or finance. For health and wellness coaching, certificates in addiction recovery, meditation, yoga, or really anything else in that vein can work wonders. Some might say certificates aren't necessary, and I'm not going to argue with that. A proven track record is many times more valuable than a certificate. But how are you going to get that track record if you can't get customers to begin with? Make things easier on yourself by getting certified. There are specific life coaching training courses out there too. Step number 3 is to establish and expand your online presence. So let's say you get through the certification process. What comes next? Well, it's time to start looking for clients now. And the best way to do this is through an online presence. You should start off by making social media profiles and getting closely involved with the online community pertaining to your niche. No matter what niche you choose, you can bet your bonnet that there will be a healthy online discourse surrounding it. And offering your 2 cents can help you scoop up clients every once in a while. Do not make it all about finding clients though. You also need to market yourself by keeping a healthy posting schedule, but make sure that your content is packed with information. And every once in a while, don't be afraid to share some news about your personal life. Clients like feeling like they're a human on the other side of the screen. So they'll be more likely to pay for your coaching course if you keep them posted about stuff you've got going on in your personal life. Now, social media isn't the end all be all of maintaining an online presence. It's actually just the first step. Once you've gotten the ball rolling, you need to level up by creating your very own website. Don't worry if you don't know how to code. There are plenty of freelancers out there who will do the job right and quick. And they won't charge all that much either. Get the website up and running, then start pushing it on social media. This will bring some traffic to your site and create a bit of positive feedback loop. The more content you post to your site, the more people will share it on social media, which will bring even more traffic to your site in turn. Even if you don't want to post any significant content to your website, it helps to have a central hub outside of the social media echo chamber. Step number 4 is to set up an online community. This technically comes under establishing an online presence, but it also has plenty of attributes that set it apart. You see, one-on-one coaching can only take you so far. Sooner or later, you'll have to start thinking about scaling up your business, and online communities are a big part of that. Think of it as a halfway point between your website and social media. Not only does it give you yet another platform to market your services on, but it can help you get revenue straight from your audience as well. Your followers from your various online platforms will congregate into one community that you can cultivate and grow as you move forward in your professional career. There are a bunch of platforms that can help you with this, like Skool and Patreon, for example. I've tried pretty much every online community platform out there, and there are pros and cons to each of them. I would say just try them out and find one that fits your needs the best. I've personally been using Skool for 2 years, and I've really enjoyed the glamified user experience and the interface and the layout that reminds me of social media. Look, engagement is everything, right? Well, Skool is where I've received the highest level of engagement, and that's been pretty consistent throughout my tenure on the platform. I've been able to grow my audience exponentially in the process and find newer and better ways to monetize my skills. Your mileage may vary, of course, so you might want to try out as many platforms as possible until you settle for the right one. But with that said, experimenting with different platforms can take a lot of time, and you might be better off putting that time towards your actual business. If you click on the link in the doobly-doo, you can try Skool out for 14 days completely free of charge. Just make sure you find your ideal platform quickly though, because you need to start bringing in revenue ASAP. Step number 5 is to diversify your revenue streams. You're now approaching the pinnacle of your life coaching journey. You've become an expert in your niche, established your online presence, and begun monetizing your audience through Skool or some other platform. What comes next? One word: diversification. This is something you can do in your online community as well. Don't just offer one type of coaching, offer webinars, one-on-one consultations, and personalized coaching products as well. Look for brands that align with your business and approach them for sponsorships. And don't be afraid to branch out into YouTube or other monetizable content platforms either. Remember, this is a process. The end goal is to have a thriving business, and for a business to thrive, it absolutely has to grow. One final tip before I sign off: try to reinvest into your business. Use as much of your cash as possible to expand, and you'll never have to worry about stagnating. And there you have it. These steps will help you get your life coaching business up and running in no time. If you have any thoughts or if you'd like to share your experience, I'd love to hear from you. That's all for now, and I'll see y'all in the next one.